The Flying Graysons are performing, who are shit.
They don't look like acrobats, do they? They look like actors doing.
They look like middle-aged people, including Robin.
Yeah. Also, he's lifting up to the rafters for no reason that I can discern.
No, and then Robin rolls it down the side of the rafters.
Yeah.
It falls in the sea and explodes, and when he looks back, his entire family have been murdered.
Yeah, which should have been a more impactful scene, I think.
It's just quite funny. So the next day, he's brought to Wayne Manor by Commissioner Gordon, who, by the way, is now like a youth liaison officer.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he just be sat in his office all the time?
Well, like,
I know he's sleeping there, but it doesn't mean he has to do everybody's job.
But you said, like, there's like, what, 3 cops in the town, and Batman does all the work, so he's just like the odd job man of the law department.
Yeah, he turns up and he goes, "Could you look after Dick? Because I've got to go and do the wages run at 2:05." So, and then he goes, then the Robin, sorry, not Robin, spoiler alert, Dick comes in and he's like, he watches Commissioner Gordon drive off. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he meets Alfred, and Alfred's like, "I'm Alfred." And he goes, "How you doing, Al?" Whereas Alfred should go, "I said Alfred."
Yeah.
You little shit.
The thing is, he's not. We need to talk about this. He's not a little shit. Chris O'Donnell is a 37-year-old man who's playing Robin, right?
Yeah.
I think Chris O'Donnell did a great job as Robin. He brought believability to the character. If the character in the movie had been 12 years old, as he was in the comic books when he started out, the believability factor, that suspension of disbelief, would have been strained really, I think, to the edge. But Chris, doing it the way he did at his age, was able to scale that and make it work.
But Val Kilmer, who looks the same age as him, is going, "Would you like to come and live with me in my big house, little boy? I've got a swimming pool and lots of ice cream in the freezer. Do you like ice cream?" And Robin should just be like, "I'm 37, shall I bring my wife and kids?" Right?
Yeah, I've got this, yeah.
Yeah, I've got, don't worry. I know my family's dead, so I probably won't do the acrobats thing anymore, but I've got a qualification in Sage. I can fall back on accountancy. I'm all right?
Yeah.
Also, Gossip Gertie, we met earlier, who's played by Bob Kane's widow. She'd be going, "Tell you, I saw something a bit weird. That Dick Grayson lad is being adopted by Bruce Wayne, the Bachelor." I think we might keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, exactly. I would have preferred if this was the plot. If, like, after that, you just cut to Val Kilmer, go and have that boy washed and brought to my manor. Yeah, it's fine. It makes more sense than why a 37-year-old man has been moved into another 37-year-old man's house.
Yeah. So he says, "Look, I'm not going to stay." And then he says, "Well, you might want to fill that bike up with gas. I've got lots of fuel in my garage, or sweets."
And then Alfred comes into, "Is Master leaving? I'll just give this to the dogs in his big tray." But he's got like a roast or something. But he bought him a glass of milk, and I just found that really sort of...
It was a burger with onion rings on it, Dean.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh,
I gotta be honest with you. If my old family be murdered and I wanted revenge, it's still a good-looking burger.
It would look good.
Great. But in fact, he bought him a glass of milk. I just found that really indignant.
That was actually Alfred's semen.
Well, I suppose I'll drink it myself then. Again.
Let's see if the dogs are hungry.
I just scraped this from the inside of Master Bruce's car.
So then we get this amazing bit where Alfred's putting away Master Dick's clothes. And he says, "Is this a Robin?" And he says, Yeah, I saved my dad. He said I flew in like a robin. No one would ever say that. No one would ever say that.
Yes, thanks for saving me. You flew in like the smallest and most pitiful of the birds.
Yeah.
And then because our friend Akiva has written this, he's obviously thought, "Oh fuck, nothing's happened for a while. Why don't we have a bit where Batman has a car chase and nothing happens, ultimately?" We get one of my favourite scenes is Nigma at home trying on costumes and names. He's like,
Yeah, I didn't mind this
the
one.
puzzler, the gangster. You send fucking riddles, mate. How hard is it to choose a name? So once he's decided on his name, Two-Face has dinner with Sugar and Spice, played by, what's her face from E.T.? Drew Barrymore and Debbie Mazar.
Yeah.
Who are Sugar and Spice, respectively. And they've made
You could say
two dinners.
he has thematic bitches.
And they've made him 2 dinners. They've made him hot dogs or...
No. I wrote the time because I was baffled by this thing. Sugar, the nice one, who was all white clothes and airy stuff. She made him a chilled crystal champagne or something, and salmon mousse and quail's eggs and lemon souffle. And the other one, Spice, made him roast black boar, raw donkey meat, and distilled grain alcohol.
Jesus Christ.
Also, one half of him is like a caveman, one half is apparently Liberace or something.
Yeah, I love that, yeah. You get burnt by acid and all of a sudden you're on the paleo diet.
And then the Riddler steps out of the shadows and says, basically, if you help me get all these boxes out into the world to control people, I'll help you find out who Batman is. And you can feel the tension in the air where they dislike each other in every scene they're in.
I never understood that because they do robberies to get a bunch of money to do this 3D TV racket, where it does feel like, and it sells very well. Wouldn't you just approach some venture capitalists first? You just go, "Hi, dragons, you ever wanted a trout in the living room that floats in front of your eyes?" No? Well, fine. But some people do. We've done a survey and they like it. So would you want to? Yeah, all right, we'll take a punt on it.
How much are you looking for? What kind of investment?
I've got one of these in my house. No, you don't, Valentine, you lying prick, right? Nobody's got to have hologram fish in their living room, you prick.
Does it show anything other than fish? Not yet. I'm out.
Yeah, I want to maybe
Truth?
like Sprat. Can it do sprat?
You should say, look, I actually am very interested because I own the gymnasium in Milton Keynes where they filmed Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. So I'm very interested in this project as part of my DC universe. So then after that we get Dick coming in with his washing, and Alfred's like, "Oh, I'll do your washing for you, sir." And he says, "Don't worry about it, Al." And then he does his extreme washing hanging.
Ninja laundry.
They've nicked from some Jackie Chan film, I think. And then winks at Alfred and walks off, and it's like, right, what was that for?
Pointless.
I mean, they even linger on Alfred. Yeah, they linger on Alfred with his face like, what the fuck was that?
He's a cunt, this one.
He's not living here, is he really?
I wish he drank the milk on her fucking poison it next time. I'll be little shite.
And then Bruce gets another riddle, which is 8 of us go forward, not back, to protect our king from a foe's attack. What are we? And Alfred and Bruce are like,
What else could it be?
I don't know. We'll have to run this through the back computer, I think. And there's that Welsh one again. He's like, "Are you too fucking thick?"
Fucking hell, boys. Fucking chess, you English cunts.
Oh, chess. It's chess. Yeah. It's like that bit in Zoolander where they got those two computers and they're like, oh. It's the fucking easiest riddle in the world. Anyway, so Dick, in a very extreme way, now finds the Batcave.
Oh, it's a bit fun. He said this is the only part in the house that is locked, and goes, what's down there? He said, Master Wayne's dead wives, which is a nice joke. Also, this kid just lost his entire family. Is that really?
Yeah.
They died in an acrobat accident. Yeah, fucking... I still don't like what you did with the laundry, all right, is what it is.
Yeah, so then Dick gets into the Batcave in an extreme way where he does like 58 jump double flips and leaps when he could have just run down the stairs and ran in. Alfred calls to say that Master Dick has taken the car, and he's like, oh, he took the Ferrari?
Oh, God, this joke goes on. It feels like forever.
He's like, no, the other car. Oh, the Lamborghini? No.
Bentley.
The other car. The Bentley.
The Ford Fiesta? No. The Jensen Interceptor. What are you doing, mate? Look what I'm doing with my eye. I'm winking. I'm not talking about...
I thought you were having a stroke. You're very old. But he cottons on, and then meanwhile we get this scene of Dick driving the Batmobile down a road going, hey, baby. Hey.
Are they meant to be prostitutes, or something?
Yeah.
I think they
That's
are.
what I love about
this.
this.
Prostitutes in the Batmobile. for this child-friendly film because Tim Burton was too dark, apparently.
Yeah.
He opens the thing and the lady goes, "Oh, you're Batboy," and she goes, "Oh, it stinks of jizz in there."
Yeah, it's not even my jizz.
Genuinely not my jizz this time.
Genuinely, it's not my jizz, right? And I'm sick of having to tell people this.
True. Yeah, so he gets in a fight with loads of people, and this is Joel Schumacher's first instance of a Batman film where everybody's got ultraviolet makeup on. He does it
looks
again.
like laser dome, doesn't it?
It looks just awful.
Yeah.
Really 90s, but shit 90s.
Yeah. So he gets in a fight, he beats them all up, and he's like, "Ha!" And then hundreds more of them come, and he's like, "Oh no!" And then Batman comes down, and they all run off. And then he says to Batman, "You son of a bitch! I blame you for my parents' death."
But don't forget, that part where he rescues that girl first, and it's like, like he rescues her from this thing. Yeah.
She says, "Doesn't Batman kill the girl? Kiss the girls?" Freudian slip there. Doesn't Batman kiss the girls? And Dick should go, "Well, I live with him. I don't think he does, love."
No.
I'm not going to say anything more than that, but I'm getting a motorbike. All I have to do is get changed next to a certain hole in the wall. That's all I'm saying. So he saves Dick, and then they go back to the... Save Dick! Derek Acora says it. Save Dick! That's how he found out that Dick was in trouble. Derek Acora told him.
Just for a moment, her energy came in, and there's annoyance. A nice lady, but I feel as if she's got this great love for Dick.
So they go back to the Batcave, and he's like, "Well, I'm your new partner now." And he's like, "Well, that's not how it works."
You can't just say that.
And he's like, "Well, get used to it, I am. And I'm going to follow you everywhere, dressed as a trapeze artist." And it's almost like he's going to say, "And I'm going to really embarrass you." I'm going to say, "I'm Batman," and everyone's going to go, "Do you know him?" And he's like, "No." And Robin's like, I live with him, actually." "You live with that?" "No." Enigma holds a party to launch the box. Especially with the internet.
They show a demo of this thing, don't they? And it's a larger husky gentleman who goes into a cupboard, and then you see what his fantasy is, and it's that he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and two women bring him a Mai Tai. 300 quid we're asking for this.
To be fair, you don't see the third one, but her head bobbing up and down. So then Bruce wants to go and have a look, but he's afraid to go in because they'll suck his brain. So Drew Barrymore says, "Oh, it's okay, you can take this out." And she gives it to him, and he goes, "Oh, thanks." And he goes in, and then she puts another one in, and they start sucking Bruce's brain. But just as they're getting somewhere, Two-Face and his bizarre men come in and start shooting the place up, and says to Riddler, "I was bored." And then they follow. Oh God, we're nowhere near the end.
Halfway through.
We're 90 minutes. This is our first feature-length episode, I think. And then Two-Face shoots a thing above him, and loads of mud and dirt falls on him, and he gets buried.
What will be his fate? How can he possibly be saved this time?
And then you think he's dead. Oh my God, Batman's dead. But then a hand comes down and grabs him, and somehow Dick's got down on a abseiling line and has rescued him.
And he's known exactly where Batman's arm will be. And he punches through it at exactly that point.
So then Bruce goes to see Chase as Batman. After Alfred's like, for the third time, by the way, "Go on, go and get your end away. Go on." She's all right.
I am sick of clipping your spunk, please.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere else.
I want to sleep tonight. I don't want to wake up at 3 with night terrors cleaning up your sperm.
He's 3 years old. I've only got a few nights left. Leave me out this one.
Anyway, so he goes to visit Chase in his full Batman outfit. She kisses him, and then she says, "Oh, sorry, but I've met someone else." He must be thinking, because we know he's Bruce Wayne in Batman, he must be thinking, she's a fucking nutter. Bruce then, you get this bit where he's with Dick in the Batcave, and he's just turning everything off, and he goes, "Right, I've got a bird now, I don't want to be Batman anymore."
Yeah, you got a choice between Batman or get your end away. Well, that seems to be
He says, like, "I'm bored of saving people." I'm like, what?
Yeah. "I'm not going out tonight anymore. I got a bird now. We're going to watch Bake Off and shut the fuck up."
And then the Riddler and Two-Face arrive dressed as
this is the scene of the stupidest line in the movie.
What's that?
When he has a flashback.
Yeah.
And he talks about when he was a kid, he was leaving the funeral, and I fell through a hole in the ground, and I fell into a cave. It must have been there for centuries. Probably longer, mate. It's a cave, you don't have. Right? It's how long... Do you not know how caves work? It's like I just said in the WhatsApp, it's like he thinks it was put in like, I fell into a cave, and it looked like it was old. It was fucking old. It looked like it was put in the 80s, not a glass block. Do you know what I mean? It was old, and so we're having that taken out, like a fucking like a couple just going, we got a cave in the kitchen next to the Welsh dresser, but it's fucking old looking. So we're gonna we gutted it, and we're gonna put some laminate floor. Yeah, put some laminate flooring in, and because it was all orange carpet, it was fucking looked shite.
Cave was monstrous. It must have been there for centuries.
In 1974, you couldn't move down here for Cybermen.
So Riddler then blows up the Batcave, obviously being told, do what you like. So we get a lot of pelvic thrusting, saying things like, spank me. Bruce Wayne gets shot in the head, but it just nicks him.
Yeah, but he still gets knocked unconscious somehow.
Yeah, because he falls down the stairs, to be fair to him.
Yeah, but he looks like he passes out and then falls down the stairs.
Yeah, maybe he fainted.
Imagine Bruce Wayne, Batman, is very sensitive to any adversity.
He's like Prince Adam.
I don't like this, Tila. We didn't widen the crack like that.
Yeah. So they kidnap Chase and leave, and then Bruce wakes up, and they get another riddle, and it says, "We're 5 little items of an everyday sort. You'll find us in a tennis court."
Yeah.
And then they look at all the riddles together, and they're all got numbers on them. So all the words needn't be there. And the numbers, it turns out, are letters of the alphabet. And they ultimately spell out Mr. E. Mystery, or Enigma. Edward Nigma.
Yeah. And Alfred says, "You're really quite bright, Mr. Wayne," which is like, I wouldn't really base it on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, no.
Like I say, he's literally meant to be the world's greatest detective. That is actually Batman's tagline for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you sat down and thought about it, who have you met recently who's incredibly unhinged and would send you stuff and is quite obsessive?
Two-Face.
It would be Edward Nigma, wouldn't it? Yeah. He'd be the first person you go and talk to. So then they go down to the Batcave, and he says, "Did all the bat suits get destroyed?" And Alfred goes, "Oh, well, all of them apart from your sonar thing to sell more toys suit." And he's like, "Oh, good, I'll wear that." And then he says, "Shall I go by air or by boat?" And, oh, God.
We nearly there, don't worry.
So Bruce,
down in one.
It's Alfred again. So then Bruce says, "Let's do both."
R. What's that stand for?
Richard!
So Bruce goes in the plane, and then Robin goes in the boat, and then Commissioner Gordon's on the roof again with a policeman, and the bat symbol now has got a question mark on it.
Yeah, Riddler coloured in the clouds, the laser, coloured in green.
And they go, "I wonder who's doing it." Right. Now, first of all, fairly obvious. Second of all, and even if it wasn't, what it is the lasers are being drawn in straight lines. You just trace it back. You send a policeman there, one of your 4 policemen, send him over, and you say, "Whoever's doing it, knock it off."
Robin has a fight with Two-Face, and it ends with him being captured. And then Batman climbs up this pipe and goes into Two-Face's HQ. And he's given the choice, like in Spider-Man a few years later, where he can save either Chase or Robin.
Let die the woman you love, or suffer the little children.
Man! What? I'm 37.
Yeah. Also, this week, Carrey's so campy, isn't he?
Oh, it's gone crazy now. And this is where he's got the longer hair again.
Yeah, he's more camp than Gold Skeletor. It looks to me like he's actually he's playing the lead role in the Dame Edna origin story. He's got the glasses.
Yeah. Yes, his eyes an awful line, which I don't get. It's supposed to be really momentous, right? He says to the Riddler, "I'll give you a riddle," and he basically says, "I'm a bat." And the Riddler's like, and then he throws his batarang into the giant food processor. And then he saves Chase and Robin in ways that would rip their arms out of their sockets.
Yep.
And then Two-Face tries to stop them, and Batman throws loads of coins as he flips his. He falls to his death, and Robin gets to watch.
But also, he looks happy, but also, as we've said, he's a 37-year-old man, so it's not like it's a child being forced to watch a murder.
No.
There's an adult man who has been seeking revenge for the last hour and a half of the film, and he just gets to watch somebody else kill him with chocolate coins.
Yeah.
And it feels like he doesn't get the satisfaction he deserves.
No,
Not really.
But I should kill him. Have you brought chocolate coins? Well, no, but then you haven't brought chocolate coins, then fucking I'm doing it, all right?
So then Batman gives this speech, right, and I had to write it down because it's supposed to be really meaningful, but it's not. He says, the thing is, Edward, I'm Bruce Wayne and Batman. Not because I have to be, but because I choose to be. What? What does that even mean?
The problem with this is that is supposed to be the ending of a whole different subplot and
an arc.
Theme.
Yeah.
There's an arc that is in the additional 40 minutes of the film that was cut out. So unfortunately in this film it means jack shit.
Yeah. Because Carrey asked him, why can't I kill you? So desperate, like, why can't I kill you? Because I choose to be Batman and Bruce Wayne. What? What? No.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it would have made more sense if he goes, well, let's go back to the car and have a toss. Not because I have to, but it's lush.
I choose to.